morning. Welcome to the morning session.
So we have been discussing about the three basic requirements for a happy and prosperous life in continuity: right understanding in the self, relationship with human being, and physical facility with the rest of nature. To begin with, we started exploring within oneself whether happiness is my innate nature or is it some external influence. And we could see that if happiness has to be my innate nature, then it has to be based on right understanding, right feeling, right thought in the self. Else I have to fetch happiness from outside, and for that there are two primary sources. I'll have to depend on some sensation from external things from the body, and also some favorable feeling from others. So these are two primary sources from which we keep on seeking happiness, and we are able to see that there is no definite completion point, there is no definiteness, there is no continuity, the dependence outside when I'm trying to seek happiness from outside. And that's how I have to keep on working for right understanding, right feeling, right thought in the self, because then only the happiness can continue in me. We also define happiness and prosperity, that happiness is to be in a state of harmony, and prosperity is the feeling of having more than required physical facility. And to understand the feeling of happiness and prosperity more, we started exploring deeper issues. For example, when we talk about prosperity, then we try to look at our meaning associated with the feeling of prosperity. Do I see the prosperity as it is being defined here? Am I able to make out the needs correctly? Am I able to evaluate the availability of facilities correctly? How do I plan the rest of my life in terms of availability of physical facilities? All those things we looked into. And then we talked about these three basic requirements. And yesterday, when we were discussing, we could look at the expanse of the three requirements. So, right understanding, when we say in the self, it essentially means I need to understand the harmony at all my levels of living, right from individual to the entire existence. So, sometimes it may appear uh, that it is not desirable. If I understand myself and my family, that should be enough for me. So, such thoughts may also occur to us, or it may appear to us that this is a very big task and only few people in the society can do this. It's not doable by every human being. Maybe I also do not have the potential, or I have certain conditionings which will never let me ensure this. So many thoughts may appear. So we took some assignment also with this. So do I see that right understanding is my first priority in life, and it means understanding uh, the individual, the family, the society, nature, existence, each and everything that exists. Then we also looked at the expanse of relationship. So when I'm able to see my relationship with one human being, then I can see with many human beings, and I can also see my relationship with every human being. And then I can see that my purpose is to ensure justice in every relationship. I cannot just ignore any relationship, isn't it? And then my sense of relationship also grows. So presently, it may be the case that my sense of relationship is confined to my immediate family, my spouse, my children, my parents, maybe. But gradually it expands. I can see that I am quite related to my in-laws. I'm quite related to my friends, to my colleagues at workplace. But this is also little limited. Now I can see that I am a self and the other is a self, and being a self is enough to be related. So that person may be within my family, outside my family, within my acquaintances, outside my acquaintances. But being human is enough to be related as a human uh, relationship. So, am I able to see the expanse of my relationship with one and all? Also, when I go to fulfill the needs of my family, I'm able to understand what family order means. Am I able to see the human goal? Am I able to see that my profession is a participation in the fulfillment of human goal? It is not violating the human goal, one thing. and to what extent it is fulfilling. Another thing, for example, if I'm doing some production which is violating the human goal, it is depleting the nature, or it is exploiting one section of society, or it is conditioning the people otherwise, or it is causing harm to the health of the body of the people, then it is not fulfilling the human goal. So whether it is in line with human goal or not, and secondly, to what extent am I able to fulfill the human goal? Maybe I am a faculty uh, teaching in some professional college. So of course, education is a part of program to fulfill the human goal. So I can say that it is in line. Then to what extent am I providing value-based education? Am I able to ensure the values in our education, or it has nothing to do with it? I am full time into, let's say, research on physiochemical things, and I am also forcing my students to do something similar. But then we are no way able to see our participation in the human goal. Where is this research leading us to? So you'll see that in academia we need to conduct research because there could be some facilities which are not available, and we can see the innovation in the facilities that we have today. Every year we have some new innovations which start affecting our lifestyle, isn't it? But at the same time, who is responsible to make the right utilization of these innovations? That is also an important issue. So our task, is it only limited to innovating something new, or we also have to look into the right utilization of the innovation, the facilities as a faculty? You see that nowadays more and more gadgets and facilities are there, and more psychological disorders are there. And in fact, yesterday only, one student was discussing a project, and then I could see that students are now turning more towards solving the emotional problems of the students. They are trying to make apps, they are trying to make websites, they are trying to make chatbots, which can help solve the emotional or psychological problems of the students. So why is it so much required nowadays? So you have to look into it. So whether our profession is in line with the fulfillment of human goals. So we cannot be just limited to research. We have to also go for extension. We have to go for value-based education. So all these things have to be looked into. So with that only, we have taken that assignment yesterday. So we have to observe if you have been able to place right understanding as first priority in your life, followed by relationship and then physical facility. If you are able to see the expanse of a feeling of relationship beyond your immediate family and your close relatives or your acquaintances, and if you are able to see the program of fulfillment of need for physical facility as a part of fulfillment of human goal, you can note your observations in a journal. So nice. If you have made some observation and you'd like to share, then most welcome.
Namaste, sir. Namaste, everyone. So, sir, I can able to say that happiness is actually the right understanding in terms of the right feeling in terms of say physical facility. But sir, sometimes it is difficult in case whenever we try to relate happiness with society, with some relationships. Sometimes for me, still it is not clear. Say, sir, as for example, say I'm telling that after a hectic day, after a hectic schedule, I'm coming home and I want to take, say, sir, for 1 hour, say I want to take rest. I want to be at peace, say, very in a mild condition, very cool. But at the same time, say, sir, in our locality, say some event is going on, and there is sound system um, for which I am feeling disturbed. I am not in harmony. Then, sir, how can I ensure that happiness is within me? Is it that I should have a right understanding that yes, the event is occurring and it would occur for 2 days continuously. So therefore, there may be some disturbance. So I should make myself understand that, or I should go to the committee members and tell them that if you could probably do something in this case, because in our family members we have some senior citizens people also. So, sir, how to ensure at that time the right feeling and harmony in our own selves, sir?
Yeah, so I'll rightly evaluate those people and then decide my participation. So first of all, I'm able to see that their purpose is same as mine. They want to be happy. I also want to be happy.
Hmm.
They are doing it for the sake of happiness. I also do anything for sake of happiness only. So essentially, all of us want to be happy. This is something that I can see very clearly. I can also see that the program for happiness is the same. It is by right understanding, right feeling, right thought in the self, isn't it? The same thing is there for me as well as them. I can also see that they have also the potential to understand as of me. I can also, I also have the potential to understand. They also have the potential to understand. Only that the program not be available to them. I'm into some program, they are not able to be a part of that program. So now with this minimum content of respect, I will make a program to complement them. So I may go and talk to them with a feeling of relationship, not opposition, isn't it? When I rightly evaluate, I do not feel opposed. I
Hmm.
feel related. I try to compliment. I can go and talk to them. If they don't listen, I can go and talk to uh, people who are managing the society. And I can also see whether the program that they are into, is it really disturbing me, or there could be some ways where I may not feel disturbed. So maybe if I close the doors and windows, that will not cause so much harm. And I will also see like the content of the program that they are into. Like, is it just some loud music, or is it something which is trying to convey something meaningful to the society? Only the pitch of the sound is a little high. So
Hmm.
those kinds of things I will rightly evaluate and then make a program.
Hmm.
See, it so happens, no, something that we'll discuss in exercise 2 also, that through my body I get sensation. This,
Hmm.
in this case, it is sound.
Hmm.
Now I associate some meaning to this sound. Now the meaning that I associate to the sound, if it is based on right understanding, then I will not be uncomfortable. I will not feel opposed. But if it is based on some assumption, for example, I may have a feeling that these are uneducated people and they keep on disturbing society, and they
Hmm.
should be out of society. They're not fit to live here. Now, this kind of assumption, if I have within, then there is some opposition in me for them. And I associate meaning based on this. And then I am disturbed within, I'm not comfortable within. So, whatever they are doing. But within me, I'm uncomfortable. I am unhappy because I have associated some wrong meaning to the sensation. It is not guided by right understanding. So, I'll of course make some program so that it is not disturbing to any family, why only mine. You know? But at the same time, I will feel related. I will not feel opposed. The problem is that I start feeling opposed.
Hmm. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Do take a look at this assignment and also try to write in detail about this in your journal. Have you been able to give the right priority to that understanding relationship and physical facility in your life? The sooner we do it, you know, in the time to come, we are going to have a more definite program. Otherwise, our program is like a zigzag. Sometimes influenced by some external factor, sometimes influenced by some other external factor. Finding problems outside, complaining to the people outside, having grudges and complaints, so many within for the people, for the rest of nature, and we're not able to ensure happy and prosperous life. We may be busy doing so many things, but those things may not be the right program for me, isn't it? For example, if I have not made out the need for physical facility rightly, I may be working for 16 hours in a day, maybe, isn't it? Or making provision for physical facility. And then I may spoil my health, I may spoil my relationship, I may not have time to understand myself, I may be living with a state of anxiety, pain. What I'm doing that way? Do I really need those many facilities? In fact, when I look at the society, I can see that if people are able to give this right priority to the three basic requirements, then many of the people in the society can make out that they already have enough. They start feeling prosperous. People are able to do this. They already start feeling prosperous, and then they have a feeling of sharing with the rest of society. They have a feeling of nurturing the society. Presently, for the sake of accumulation and indulgence, people are exploiting the society, suffering within, suffering in relationships, making others suffer in relationships, making others not able to, uh, being not able to fulfill the needs of the body. So many things we can see in the society. And all the time we are expecting others to come and help us, expecting government to fulfill our needs, expecting the system to set the things right.
Yes, I am observing, like from morning, like yesterday also is our assignment. I am observing what is the change in that, keeping a right understanding in the first thing. Then, then others like physical facility as as the last point. With that, I need one small not clarification, just one understanding. And before that, today is my birthday. I need a wishes from Sri. You are
Have your
representing whole.
birthday today? You have birthday today?
Yes, yes, Bhaiya. I need wishes. So
Oh,
that I am getting from
birthday
all
wishes.
people. That feel will be good.
Yes.
Okay. So in that Bhaiya, we usually celebrate a happy birthday, no Bhaiya, our kids and all. Till last year, it was somehow we will invite many people, we will spend some money. In that regard, I have got a clarity that there should be some limitation in terms of a physical facility. But celebrating birthdays or anything, we are bringing harmony in ourselves, and also there will be a relation. Our mind in our mind, we were keeping the relationship as the first priority. Then whoever coming, they also will be in harmony. That will be good only, no Bhaiya. In terms of UHV, how we should see you like birthdays and all. We need not give more importance to the physical facility, but we should give importance to the relationship with right understanding. That knowledge is okay, Bhaiya.
Yes, yes. So the basic question is, what is the role of celebration
Okay,
if
okay,
I'm making a program for continuity of happiness?
okay,
So basically,
okay.
celebration is to share our happiness. So the
Hmm,
birthdays or such occasions are
hmm,
certain occasions when we are able to extend ourselves beyond our close family.
hmm,
So our relatives may join us, our friends may join us. So we can do that.
hmm.
But at the same time, we can see that we are spending physical facility to extend the feeling of relationship and not for show off, not for
Okay,
sensation,
okay.
isn't it? So, like it may be the case, and earlier it used to be there that when we call our relatives or friends, we used to cook at home. So it was
Hmm,
not very costly also. We used to cook some healthy, delicious dishes.
hmm.
Now, presently, it has become the scene like generally we do some pomp and show, order
Okay.
food from outside, or organize it in some lavish place, and then it becomes very costly business. Not required.
Yes.
In fact, the moment we plan like that, others also feel pressurized that now
Hmm,
when they have to celebrate something, they will also have to go for similar thing. So not
hmm,
required,
hmm.
isn't it? And in fact, we can then sit together, chat together, eat
Yes, yes.
together. Why not?
Hmm.
Extend
Okay.
good wishes for all.
Yes.
One
Yes.
thing here is that maybe I am into the process of right understanding, ensuring right
Okay.
understanding. But my family members or my extended family members may not be. It's
mm.
not that I'm going to decide the program completely by myself. I have to include them also. To some
Okay.
extent, then I can be generous in including their points of view.
Mm,
Try to completely impose our point of view,
mm.
then they may not feel related. So temporarily, we can see that we make some program where we are able to include their ideas also to some extent. And if
Okay.
it is, yeah, if it is going wrong, then we can say that this is not going to ensure harmony.
Okay. 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 Bhaiya.
That much inclusiveness is okay.
Mm,
We can go for that.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And also, according to our assignment, I am saying to that, just I am confirming that not only with my family members, I will extend the feeling of relationship with the others also. I make sure with that also, Bhaiya.
Yes, yes, nice. And you have big responsibility now also coming up. So all those who are attending UHV3, so I
Yes,
have to
yes,
take more responsibilities with the
yes,
feeling of relationship.
yes, yes, Bhaiya, yes, Bhaiya.
Nice, Didi.
Okay, thank you, Bhaiya.
Good morning to everyone. Uh, just before this sharing regarding the noise and all, I just wanted to share some the same experience regarding the effect of noise. Bhaiya, just recently, before one day, I was busy in election duty, and I have been put at very remote area, and I was working at polling station. Uh, Let me share this that we started on 6th in the morning, early morning, and we went to the polling station at around say afternoon 4:40 or 4:30 around. So there we took a lot of time to arrange, and we slept at around say 10 o'clock. I mean, uh,
Your voice is getting broken at times. Yeah, our words are getting lost.
hello, is
You
it
can
audible?
keep it brief, maybe. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, audible.
Uh,
Voice breaks
yeah,
at times. Yeah.
yeah. So while sleeping, we decided that we will wake up at 4 o'clock and we'll start our remaining preparation in the morning for making the polling booth ready. Now, that time we accepted that we'll wake up at 4 o'clock. So we slept at, I think, we lied on the floor because there was a very good temple and we have a very nice breeze outside. So we opted for sleeping outside. Now, when we slept at 10 o'clock, I think there was around 11 o'clock. We heard the commentary of cricket match going on in some village away from our village, and we could hear this sound till 3:30 p.m. They were playing the matches, and there were different clubs, and the commentary was going on. But where we all could see that even if we didn't sleep for the whole night, and we were hearing the commentary in Marathi, and we could understand what was going on in the field. We were also lying on the bed on the floor, and at 4 o'clock, uh, our alarm rang. So I could see that we woke up at 4 o'clock, took bath, and got prepared our polling booth and worked for the whole day completely. And we prepared our everything, the note sheet and everything. We did all the packaging also, and we waited for the bus at around say 9 o'clock in the evening, and then we reached the collection center at around night
But
at
yeah,
around
I mean,
uh,
see, these are all details.
just
What is the message that you
yeah,
want to
yeah,
convey?
yeah, acceptance. When we accept that yes, we have to do the things when our mind is ready to do the things. I think all this noise and everything, they don't disturb us, and we could see that yes, we were feeling at ease and at peace. That is what I want to share by here.
Okay. Okay.
So
Now,
so
again, you have to see like this acceptance is there out of some preconditioning or right understanding. This is again something to be observed. But
Yeah,
nice. So when you have acceptance, then yeah, do not have that kind of feeling of opposition
yeah,
to
but
that extent. But
yeah, right. We
yeah,
could see, and also, Bhaiya, we could share with each other as to why we are not tired in spite of all this almost 48 hours of non-sleeping. And as soon as we got into our homes, we slept for one day, complete 12 hours. So, so acceptance for that also, and acceptance for this also. Yeah,
uh, now again, I'll say that this mere acceptance is not the right solution here, because see, it may
yeah,
be the case that somebody is doing injustice to somebody in front of me, and I accept
ha,
it,
ha.
right? So can it be the program for happiness for me?
No, not at all, not at all.
Not at all. So
It should
see,
not be.
again, this acceptance has to be looked into whether it is based on right understanding or is it based on some assumption.
Ji, ji,
So the
Bhaiya.
example that you have to here that you have shared, you have to take a closer look at that. So maybe you had acceptance for cricket. Maybe, for example, you are also used to watch cricket and you also enjoy cricket, for example. And if somebody is celebrating, then you do not feel opposed. But if you are not fond of cricket and somebody is celebrating, then you feel opposed. So if you are conditioned the same way as others, then we accept generally. If we are not conditioned the same way as others, we do not accept. So it is not directly related to right understanding. It is related to our conditioning in the assumption or our assuming in the imagination. And
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
assuming may or may not be guided by knowing. Yes.
Yeah, very rightly said, Bhaiya. Yeah, you are very right. Yeah, so nice. Thank you, Bhaiya.
Nice, Via.
Thank you.
So we can see that this is the role of education to transform a human being from animal consciousness to human consciousness, from deluded self to the true self. And for that, we have to give the right priority to right understanding, relationship, and physical facility in our life. We have to give the right priority for this in our education, in our living at the level of society. If that is not the case, then our education is not going to serve the purpose. And this is something which is, of course, very important. We can see that maybe the present day education, in place of transforming our children from animal consciousness to human consciousness, maybe pampering them for animal consciousness. If that is the case, then it is a very serious issue, and we have to really transform the education. So the role of education, Sanskar, is to enable this transformation, isn't it? We discussed it yesterday. This is the complete expanse of right understanding, relationship, and physical facility that we discussed while discussing the assignment. Now, when you look at the humane society, what it means, when do I call a society humane? So there has to be some common goal while living the society, and this common goal has to be in line with our natural acceptance. So when I look at my natural acceptance and I look at the level of society, then I can see that these are four goals which I aspire for. I want to have every human being ensuring right understanding, right feeling within. So let every human being have the right understanding and right feeling, so that every human being is able to live with happiness in continuity. Every family needs to be prosperous. Every family needs to be competent enough to make out the needs of physical facility and then fulfill it through production. So this is the second goal. Then I would like to have fearlessness in the society, trust in the society, isn't it? We can see so many problems today because of fear. People are fearing relationships, people are fearing others in the society. And that's how so many crimes also we can see. There are so many crimes in society. So naturally, we would like to have fearlessness in the society, and then coexistence, that is mutual fulfillment in nature and existence. So we have discussed this in UPACTRI as well as UHE2 workshops. So these are the four common goals which we aspire for. And then society can be family based. So individuals living together make a family, families living together make society. When the individuals have right understanding, the family also has right understanding, or the whole family into the process of ensuring right understanding. And the same thing can be seen at the level of society in terms of systems which are working for developing people with human consciousness. But when we look at the current state of society, we are able to see that the goals are not being fulfilled. So we can call it inhuman society. And that can be seen as a crowd or battlefield. People are either unrelated or they are opposed. I'll not say that this is 100%, okay, but still, there's a lot to be done when we look at the present state of society. It's not that everyone is fighting with every other human being. No, that is not there. This is a good thing. But people are not having the feeling of relationship also. They are not able to contemplate on the feeling of relationship also. So what is happening today, if you see, if you make an appraisal of that, we have several wrong assumptions, like money is everything. That is what common to every individual to education. Parents are also conditioning their children like this. The education system is also conditioning the children like this, isn't it? Considering money to be the most important thing in life, placing people who are into ambition and indulgence as role models. So this kind of notion has become prevalent. This is just one example. There could be so many examples of wrong conditionings, and no one is trustworthy. Right? The society uh, is your opponent. You have to struggle with people to survive. Isn't it? So many wrong notions could be there. So these kinds of notions have become somewhat common. Cutthroat competition. And if you have to survive, you have to go for cutthroat competition. Children at the age of 6 or 8 are committing suicide. What does this mean? Children in primary schools are committing suicide. So why this kind of wrong notion is getting uh, there in the minds of our young children? And then accumulation by any means. So if the goal becomes to be the richest person in the world, then one has to go for accumulation and by any means. You can just see, like when you open YouTube, there will be some ads coming, and I can see one speaker is there who starts with these words: "Why are you not a crorepati? You can become a crorepati within 2 months." And from there he starts speaking. Then he will show that this, look at this flat. Does it look nice? It belongs to me. And I was in rags some years back, and then I have been able to make so many riches for me. And I own this flat, I own this building, I own this, that. And they are trying to make it as lucrative as possible, the business. So what is happening? We are looking at physical facility as the source of happiness. And to have the happiness in continuity, we are going for accumulation by all sorts of means, ethical or unethical. Then in the society, we can see that now domination, exploitation is also on the rise. So earlier, people used to fight, like a combat can be seen, a simple fight between two persons. Then they started using simple weapons, now using sophisticated weapons. And now we have nuclear weapons. Okay. Even if like one country is not able to bomb some another country, it simply bombs itself. If North Korea says that, okay, I have to destroy the planet, I will bomb myself, then bombing North Korea itself would destroy the whole planet. So powerful these bombs have become. So exploitation, fear, because of so many wrong notions. Every day some war is going on, if you see, on the planet. And then mastery and exploitation over nature, in place of feeling related to the nature, in place of being able to see the harmony in the nature, we are trying to exploit the nature for the sake of happiness. Now this has become quite common, and that's how we can see that there is so much of obsession in the society now. Obsession for consumption, obsession for profit, obsession for sensual pleasure. So consumption means that we try to consume as much physical facility as possible to be happy as much as possible. So how to be happy? By consuming physical facilities, consuming new, consuming more. Then indulgence, like obsession for profit. So how much profit I have to earn? Not clear. How many zeros I have to put after one? Not clear. So people are running for simply profit making, isn't it? I have to be unicorn by this time. I have to be one of the richest people in the world by this time. And such competitions are there. And because of that, so many exploitations are there. And we can also see that now we are in the age of crony capitalism. These business houses, for the sake of profit, affect government policies, and these government policies affect the common masses. Okay, so this obsession for profit, obsession for sensual pleasure. We have these five sense organs. When we're talking about sensation as a source of happiness, we talked about it at length, and we are trying to derive happiness out of these senses, isn't it? And there's no limit to it. It is leading to so many crimes in the society, so many disturbances in the relationship, so many problems in health because people are into obsession. Terrorism, we can see terrorism and war, which is already there, and the problems of resource depletion, pollution, they're also on the rise. In Delhi and NCR, almost every day, the air quality index is much above the limit that is defined for the poor air quality. We can see so many health issues because of pollution. And globally, if you see the resource depletion, we have been consuming so much of petroleum, consuming so much of coal and minerals that we are going to have a lack of resources in the days to come. There is one girl, Greta Thunberg. She always keeps on raising her voice that who authorized you to exploit the planet so that it is not livable for us. If you deplete all the resources, if you consume all the resources, then what will the next generation do? We are not able to see our relation with the next generation. We are only bothered about our own children. Now, with right understanding, we can also see that the whole next generation is our children. Nice. So, look at this. This is quite important because unless I'm able to see my profession as a program to fulfill the human goal, then I may personally also be causing these kinds of problems which are written on the bottom. So these are issues of grave concern. The more the technology is on the rise and people are not having right understanding, the menace to the society, to the humanity is also on the rise. But when we are able to make the right program for the society, then this possibility is there that there can be transformation. So there is a need for transformation at the level of individual, if you see, from animal consciousness to human consciousness, and at the level of society, from inhuman society to human society. So presently, we may be here, which is written on the bottom left. So within the self, there is lack of right understanding, and in the society, we can see all these problems. But if we are able to ensure humane education, then this transformation can be ensured. So there would be some human beings who would be working for right understanding, ensuring within, and then they will participate in the larger order for fulfilling the human goal. Now, this fulfillment of human goal to some scale will further help develop more and more individuals with human consciousness. They will again help the society develop more as a human society, and this mutual complementarity would be there. So once we have the human education in place, then it ensures personal transformation, and the personal transformation in various individuals put together leads to societal transformation. So this is what is desirable, isn't it? The good thing is that we are already into it. We can see the kind of transformation taking place in the lives of the people. And owing to that, we can see the transformation taking place in the society also. Like earlier, when we started sharing this input, it went in one triple IT, and then it became a part of uh, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Technical University in Lucknow. Then Punjab Technical University accepted it. Then Bhutan, Royal University of Bhutan started including this course. And then almost 35 to 40 universities accepted. Then AICT took a note of it, and AICT implemented it across all the colleges, all the universities affiliated to AICT in the country. And we can see, like in the past, when the pandemic was there, then we also got the chance to conduct workshops online. And by now, I think more than 75,000 people have gone through the workshops. And those who have attended it seriously, we can see the transformation in their lives also. Many of them have become resource persons, taking it forward. We could conduct more than 100 workshops, or about 100 self-funded workshops last year for human values. And this time, the speed has also gone up. So we are having more and more self-funded workshops. If that is the case, then very soon our technical institutions are going to be resource centers for a human society. And we can also see that one human being can transform one institution. This possibility, this potential is there. If there is a single person working with commitment, clarity in an organization, and is able to conduct few workshops there, then the management is also able to see the transformation in the people. And everybody wants the same thing. Everybody wants people to have right understanding, right feeling. Nobody naturally accepts the problems that are written on the bottom. And presently, we can see that it is not only important, it has also become urgent because the menace is on the rise. The threat to humanity is somewhat on the rise. So many threats from so many corners. So people are able to feel the need, but once they have the right proposal, then they are able to see the right program also. So this way we can see that now so many individuals have got prepared. We have now a team of about 500 people. And a recent development that took place is that UGC has also taken a serious note of it. Recently, we conducted an online session which was chaired by the chairman of UGC, Professor Jagdesh, and it was attended by directors of teacher training centers across the country. And they have welcomed it, and they are also planning to develop faculty more and more so that they can also run this course across all the institutions. And we do expect that all the people who are there in the morning session, they start developing themselves in a way that they are able to share the content in education properly so that the message gets conveyed rightly. So this kind of possibility we can see, isn't it? The good thing is that once I am able to work for myself, I feel happy naturally in continuity. So my basic aspiration gets fulfilled, isn't it? And when I feel fulfilled within, I feel like sharing. One participant in UHV3 workshop was sharing that wherever he is, if he gets a chance to talk to people, he'll talk about this only. If he's sitting in a bus, sitting in a train, right, waiting for uh, his turn to come in the hospital, but this is the content of his sharing. So nice. So this kind of possibility is there. So as we discuss that, we can start with people's education, then we can make it a part of formal education, and then we can also make it a part of formal systems in all dimensions, be it education or health or justice or exchange or production, whatever we do, we can include this and it can be based on this. Now, when we work in higher education, we are able to develop parents of tomorrow, teachers of tomorrow, policy makers of tomorrow. So it works in all dimensions. And once we are able to make it effective in higher education, we can very easily go to the primary and secondary education. In Madhya Pradesh, it is also being planned to take it to Anganwadis. And Anganwadis are the uh, integrated child development scheme centers in all the villages which the government has set up. And their newborn babies and their mothers are taken care of. So we can percolate to the villages also. But for that, we need more and more resource persons. We need more and more developed individuals who are able to live with right understanding, who are able to see the common human goal, and who are able to place right understanding at the first priority. You know. for themselves, for the society. They are able to envisage this common human goal for the society and work for it. They are able to see the limitedness of the need for physical facility and the way to fulfill the relationship. So that kind of competence has to be developed. And then this is quite possible, isn't it? We'll see that the onus lies on the individual. In fact, the society may transform, but at the core is my transformation so that I am feeling fulfilled within, I am happy within. The society may take time, but if I am not having the right understanding within, I feel perturbed, I feel disturbed. And when I am having the right understanding, I keep on persevering for fulfillment of the human goal. So nice, this kind of possibility is there.
Yesterday, I also shared that how means many years, because without the knowledge of this all human transformation and all, we just lived with preconditionings and all, and a lot of contradictions within. Then I have shared earlier also that because of this contradiction, I always had a headache, and I also knew that this headache is due to the contradictions. But then I was not able to find a solution for many years. Continued. But now, for last 4 years, especially these morning sessions, after that, I don't know means where the headache has gone. Earlier, I thought that it is a part of my means now because I'm not resolved. I knew it, but no solution. Whatever we could do, we were doing, but then still it was not there now. So automatically it happens with the education. So, Bhaiya, today's observation and even what I was doing that why this has not happened because of our education and sanskar, as you are saying, the first step. I think that was there, which could not happen at the school level, college level. In earlier times, still at the school level, I will give. I'm talking about 70s. Still, the school, the discipline, and all the value system was there. But with time, the physical facilities took over, and all that degraded. By the time we reached to the college and all, it was all like physical facilities and all. We also get indulged into that. And then I just want to share that now the schools are even means very. You are saying that they're very public schools, English speaking in Ludhiana also. But then I'm finding one last year we had a principals meet in our college, and we all had a lot of discussions. But at the end of the day, when the principal was sitting alone with me and one of my colleagues, they shared that they're alone first of all at this high position. Nobody is there with them whom they can share things. They are also under a lot of pressure. And then the first thing they also shared that the values in the students, school students, are also going down. And they also thought that okay, now means the students also need compassion and all. So then in that discussion, that one of my colleagues said that okay, this is a human value subject, and Swapan is teaching that. By that time, I started teaching it. So in the school, yes, there is a need, but how to take it forward? Even in my institution, I always take means a lot. Like last semester, I took 27 hours in the week. It was means not easy, 27 hours in a week. But then main point is this: other departments are not able to identify the need and understanding. And today they are in shortage of even the core teachers also for the subjects like other fields. So human values is not coming to their priority. So I understand that also. I'm trying, as you said, that one person can make the difference in the institution and the family. That I'm able to see. But it's a very slow process and continuous process, Bhaiya. Further, your guidance in this, Bhaiya. Thank you, Bhaiya.
Yeah, so let me say that there's a process of gradual change also, and then there are sudden changes also. So, for example, someday ICT decided, and there was a sudden change in the curriculum of entire this education system guided by ICT. Similarly, when the UGC makes a policy, there's going to be a sudden change. So this is always like that. There are some gradual changes and there's some sudden changes. Second thing is that we have to join together maybe in some institution, if the pace is a little slow, then you can see like when we organize LDPs, that is leadership development program or management development programs, then we can invite directors and maybe they get motivated on those occasions and implement the course more effectively. So that possibility is also there. So it's a kind of dynamic process, things happening simultaneously in so many directions. Suddenly some uh, upliftment is there in the whole program, and suddenly some issues may also arise. But given all that, in fact, when I'm able to see my participation rightly, so I'm not disturbed within. I can see that all these possibilities would be there, right? With all these possibilities and uh, issues, we are able to see our role, and we are also able to see the possibility in the time to come, isn't it? So that is there.
Yes,
Nice.
Vijay, that commitment is there now because 100% this is because I am being feeling the positive impact on me. So I'm going to participate and spread it further, Vijay. Thank you, Vijay.
Nice, Bhaiya.